Hey everybody, I'm live. It's John Hope Bryant, back in the United States from, I was in Mother South Africa, I was in London. No, I'm not driving. My man Sir James is driving here to my left. I'll give him a chance to give a shout out before we finish. John Hope Bryant, founder, chairman, CEO of Operation Hope, America's first nonprofit financial services network for the poor, the struggling class, the teetering class, folks with too much month at the end of their money. People like you and me. I see you guys all signing on. I'll give you a minute to build up some momentum here. Hey, I think it's David. It's actually the truck is moving, so I can't really get all the names signing on. Hey Frank, Marshall, I see you there. Hey Cherie, I see you there. I'm gonna see if I can watch on my other screen. Hey Tyrone, I'm doing beautiful. Back from South Africa, and I need some rest, but that's okay. I'm now in Athens, Georgia. Hey, Dwayne Smith, back from Athens, Georgia, speaking on the Bryant Motorsports Academy, i.e. the shirt that I'm wearing. Hey, Kim, Henry. So I see you guys signing on here. Let me see if I can, hey, James Nelson, Cedric signing on, Manisha Johnson signing on, Camara, Gilbert, Cedric, my man, Cedric. Okay, let's get into this. Hey, Gerald Clark, let's get into this message for today. Shelly Mills, thank you for welcoming me back in the United States. You want to interview me about the memo? Who's that? Terrence Golden. Send a note to Karen Anderson at my office. She does all of my scheduling. She'd be happy to do that. Hey, Murdy Kearney, hello to you. Ken Owa, Timon Anderson, hello. All right, let's see if we can get into this. I want you to become dangerous. What does that mean? I just went and spoke at the University of Georgia, Athens, which is one of the poorest cities, I'm told, in all of Georgia, maybe in all of the country. Speaking to a bunch of young engineering students about doing well and doing good, about giving back in their life, about having a life, having a legacy, having a purpose in their life. This is for my Bryant Motorsports Academy, which we do together with the Henry Ford III and my co-founder with that, and the Ford Motor Company. We'll be at Road Atlanta on Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If anybody around want to come meet my team that's putting BGMA together. Thank you, Tommy Ward and Dr. Nita Ward, my man, Sir James, all is helping there. Exposing kids to careers in motorsports, all the industries that come out of that. Because these are industries and spaces that we don't operate in. We don't realize the engineering jobs. You will never go broke as an engineer. You will never. You want to make sure you're bulletproof. You want to make. Hey, Vincent Crawford. You want to make sure that you or your child never goes broke. That you never have to beg somebody for help. And you never without a job. Get an engineering degree. And I'm actually renaming it STEAM CL. Science, Technology, Engineering, Math. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math, confidence, and leadership. That's my new moniker, STEAM CL. And that's what we're doing on with the Bryant Motorsports Academy. You can look it up on the internet, check out what we're doing. Okay, I want you, today's topic, on the heels of South Africa, on the heels of Athens, Georgia, and the heels of London, on the heels of the release of the book, The Memo, which, thank you, is now a bestseller. It's the best, best-selling new release on Amazon for budget and marketing. Thank you guys. Budget and management, and then self-help. Also it's on iTunes, it's on Amazon, it's on Audible. So you get the audio version. I'm actually speaking myself. I read the book myself. If you prefer listening to a book, or you want to read it, go to Costco, pick it up in person there, or Barnes & Noble, or in the malls at the airport. Okay, becoming dangerous, getting the memo. What do I mean by that? I don't want you to get angry. I want you to get even. The best way to get even is to live well. Scott says, great book, Scott Harris. You've already read it, Scott? Cool. What did you get out of it the most? You sit here watching your notes. Somebody see here, you see, hey, Kawhi from West Palm Beach. Already devoured the book, Terrence Golden said. What'd you get out of it, Terrence? All right, so becoming dangerous. What do I mean by that? I don't want you to hit somebody with a brick. I want you to hit them with your American Express black card, which you're gonna get one of these days, and knock them out. I don't want you to get angry. I want you to get even. I don't want you to react when somebody jams you up and messes with you. I don't want you to react. I want you to respond. I don't want you to step in mess. I want you to step over mess. I don't want you to get emotional. I want you to get purposeful. Again, I don't want you to get angry. I want you to get even. I don't want you rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic of your life. You see here, Terrence says, great. The key takeaway, take your emotions out of the situation you face. That's the key takeaway that Terrence Golden got from the memo. Exactly right, Terrence. Imagine, interesting, I just said that. Don't get angry, get even. The best way to succeed and to get back at your adversary is to live well. And the way you do that is to train your mind. The way you do that is to train your brain. The way you do that is to become so smart and so well-tuned and to have such a great credit score and such a great self-esteem and confidence that no one can deny you your seat at the table. Let me get into this. The first thing you got to do, boom, Camara says, boom, the first thing you got to do to be dangerous, to become dangerous. And that, by the way, do I mean dangerous physically? No, I don't. This will just get you in trouble. This will just get you locked up. This will get an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. You want to knock somebody out, somebody will come and knock you out. You want to kill somebody, somebody's going to come and kill you. You want to use violence, somebody's going to use violence. I want you to step over mess and not in it. Say that now. Over mess and not in it. Over mess and not in it. I don't want you responding to fire with fire. That's unintelligent. It's unthoughtful. It's lacking consciousness. It's lacking awareness and won't lead anywhere positive. That's right, Dave. Mentality. So don't let anybody get you off your game. Don't let anybody get you off of your focus. Oh, what did I say? Focus. The first part of becoming dangerous, which is solving poverty from the neck up, not the shoulders down. This has been our habit, to solve poverty, to solve our problems from the shoulders down. This is the habit of poor people, of minorities, of those who feel invisible, is that we want to force the situation. We want to force society to pay attention to us, and we use this, and then we get locked up. Or somebody responds with violence, with more violence. You pull out a knife, they pull out a gun. You pull out a fist, they pull out a knife. Or you pull out a knife, a fist, and a gun, and then they drive by your house 2 days later and kill your mother. It just never ends when you're pushing violence. It never ends, and it's not of God, and it won't sustain and it won't last. I'm trying to give you some lessons and some tools that allow you to win without ever fighting. So the first thing I want you to do is focus, focus, focus. I take no for vitamins. Over it, around it, through it, I'm going to get to it. No one's going to keep me from my destiny. Success is going, David says amen, David Ford, Divine Ford. Success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Life is 10% what life does to you, and 90% how you choose to respond to it. What's your response going to be? I'm going to repeat that. Success is 10% what life does to you, and 90% how you choose to respond to it. What's your response going to be? You can't control. Okay, you guys got that. I see some thumbs ups and some hearts here. It sounds like you guys really are feeling that. You understand that. Let me know that am I right about that? Okay. Reverend Murray, seems like the answer is yes. So Frank says true. Frank Marshall. Reverend Cecil Chip Murray of First AME Church in Los Angeles would tell me all the time, John, it's not what people call you. It's what you answer to that's important. Okay, thumbs up. Great. You guys get what I'm saying. Good. It's not what people call you. It's what you answer to that's important. And never, ever, ever answer out of your name. And then I added, to argue with a fool proves there are two. So focus, focus, focus. How does John Bryant do it? How does Oprah Winfrey do it? How does Magic Johnson do it? How does my man Sir James Buchanan do it? How does my assistant Sharmila Freeman do it? How does my chief of staff Rachel Duff do it? How does my chief transformation officer Dr. Anita Ward do it? How does President Bill Clinton do it? How does any leader, hero or shero, do it? How does a mother successfully raise a child like my mother Juanita Smith did with me and my brother and my sister, with none of us in? Shelley says no sleep. Shelley Mills. How they do no sleep? That's funny. Love is work, Shelley. Non-love is laziness. Anti-love is evil, so that's not wrong. It's focus. Relentless, undeniable focus. No one is going to keep, hey Tamika, no one's going to keep me from my destiny. No one's going to keep me from my objective. Over it, around it, through it, I'm going to get to it. Focus. Cuts right through the BS. What does focus mean? When your girlfriend say, or your guy friend say, let's go to the club on Tuesday night, you say, thank you very much. I need to focus. I've got some schoolwork to do. I need to focus. I need to get my rest for work tomorrow. I need to focus. I need to take care of my children tonight. Read a bedtime story to my child. Crack a book open and read myself. What is that club going to get you? What is going to that strip club going to get you tonight? I'm not hating on strip clubs. I'm not hating on clubs. It's all good. But the question, value for time, value for money, opportunity cost. What are you giving up to go do that thing that everybody else is doing, to stand in a line, to go into a raggedy club that you saw during the daytime would be filthy, to see people you aren't concerned about, to talk about things that aren't important, to profile in front of people who can't help you, to be in an environment where everybody is as broke as you, except the guy who owns the club, who's at home with his family because he knows well enough to know that his job is not to be at the club as long as he confirmed that nobody's stealing from him. That's why he's got his cousin overseeing everything. He's at home with his family chilling because all he wants is the cash flow. He's not trying to do all that hanging out stuff. He did that when he was in his 20s. He just wants your cash flow. He just wants your money. Focus. What are you getting out of going to the club? Focus. What are you getting out of hanging out in the street corner? Focus. What are you getting out of going out on useless dates with people who clearly you have no future with? Focus. You've got to focus on what's most important in your life. Number 2, the road less traveled. If everybody's going this way, you probably should consider, Nicole says, yes, going this way. If everybody in your life is going over here, you got to ask yourself, what is that netting them? What kind of success is that getting them? What kind of advancement is that getting them? Maybe the road less traveled is the right road. The minute that you hear that there's been money made in real estate on the front page of your local newspaper, the money has already been made. Hello. So James says hello. The minute that you hear an announcement on the radio about a get-rich-quick scheme, the only person getting rich quick is the promoter of the get-rich-quick scheme. Hello. The minute you go to, and this is my book, The Memo, 5 Rules for Your Economic Liberation. Get the book on however you prefer. You want to listen to it, you want to read it, whatever. Get the book, The Memo. The minute that you decide to go to a networking reception, you've wasted your time. Who's at networking receptions? I'm going to do a whole session just on networking versus relationship building. Broke people are at networking receptions. You'll never see Bill Gates at a networking reception. You'll never see this man. As my man, Sir James Buchanan. You'll never see Sir James Buchanan at a networking reception. Is that right, Sir James?
That's right.
You'll never see Steve Case, founder of AOL, America Online, a successful entrepreneur. You'll never see him at a networking reception. You never see the CEO of Oracle at a networking reception. The only one benefiting in a networking reception are those promoting the networking reception. Do you notice you go there and all you do is collect business cards that you never look at, that go in a closet that you never open? And the person is giving you a card, as you give a card, and they're asking for a card, They're trying to sell you some shit while you're trying to sell them some shit. Everybody's selling something, ain't nobody buying nothing.
Come on.
The wrong place to be. If everybody's going left, you probably should be going right. If everybody is watching TV and watching a bunch of TV shows 5 or 6 hours a night, you should probably consider cracking a book and reading a book 2 hours a night, because that's what successful people actually do. And these over here are consumers who are consuming and being sort of put to sleep by major corporations who want you really to not be focused on the content of the TV show, but the commercials in between.
That's right.
So every time you see a 30-minute TV show, you're really watching 18 minutes of content and 12 minutes of commercials.
That's right.
And it's all about the commercials. The 18 minutes of content are only designed to get you to watch the 12 minutes of commercials. Get the memo. I'm not hating on companies for doing this, by the way. I'm informing you that you're being manipulated. You got to figure out who you want to be, whose you want to be, and how you want to use your time. Focus. Relentlessly focus your time as if it's an asset, which it truly is. Your time is an asset. Do not waste it. Don't let anybody else waste it. Number 2, the road less traveled. Number 3, become consciously oblivious of most things around you. I spend my day walking through crowds, whatever. I am consciously oblivious to most things around me. Does that mean that I'm not aware of folks player hating me? I'm not aware of folks talking about me. I'm not aware of somebody looking at me from the side. I'm not aware of all this politics. I'm not aware of whatever. Somebody who means me no harm. No, I'm aware of all that stuff. I just don't give it no attention. Can I get an amen? I don't give it any attention. Nothing has any value except the value that you place on it.
Hell no.
Nothing has. Why does somebody pay $300,000 for a Rolls Royce? Because we say the Rolls Royce is worth $300,000, not because the Rolls Royce has $300,000 worth of parts on it.
Amen.
Nothing has any value except the value that you place on it. Stop placing value on BS.
That's right.
Become consciously oblivious to everything. Why is that? Because when you spend 20% of your time worrying about the past, which it doesn't exist anymore,
that's right,
and you spend 20% of your time fretting about the future, which has not happened,
that's right,
then you only have 20% of your time left to do anything. But because you only have 20% of your time left from a minute, 60 seconds in it, you only have 20 seconds. Now you're anxiety-ridden about the fact that you're run out of time. So now you spend 10% of the 20 seconds fretting about the fact you don't have enough time, and you have 10 seconds left to actually do something. You've actually ruined your minute. You have a minute, 60 seconds in it. Reclaim the whole minute by not worrying about yesterday, which doesn't exist anymore, tomorrow, where that hasn't happened, and reclaim all 60 seconds to be present in the moment. And that's why they call the present a gift.
that's right.
Can I get an amen? The church of what's happening now, and what have you done for me lately? Talk to me now. Let me know. Carnita says, preach. Let me know that you're getting what I'm saying here. Come on, give me some thumbs up or some thumbs down. Tell him, Doc, Dwayne said. I'll wait. Be consciously oblivious of all the BS around you. Just walk right through it. Walk right through it. Time is so important, Turner said. Cedric says, amen. Okay. Little delay reaction. I see you guys are getting it. Great. Fantastic. All right. By the way, even a broke clock is correct twice a day.
That's right. That's right.
So, consider your source for your wisdom and your knowledge. Even a broke clock is correct twice a day. So if somebody's coming and whispering in your ear, consider the source. Are they who you want to be? Sandy says yes. Are they successful themselves? Somebody telling you about your relationship. Do they have one?
Come on.
Somebody telling you that we need to go shopping. Are they broke? Somebody telling you that you need to go to the club with them tonight. Do they have a job tomorrow? Are they succeeding on their job tomorrow? I mean, are they getting promotions? You got to, somebody tell you how to raise your children. How are they raising their children? Are their children on cocaine and drugs and in and out of jail? Consider the source. We save our worst behavior for those we care the most about. Just because somebody says they love you doesn't mean they know how to love you. Just because somebody says they love you does not mean they know how to love you. And if I don't like me, I'm not gonna like you. You guys like that, okay? If I don't love me, I don't know how to love you. If I don't respect me, don't expect me to respect you. And here's a big one. If I don't have a purpose in my life, Nicole says, say it, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Divine says, amen. Because whatever goes around, comes around. Consider the source for your knowledge and your wisdom and your teachings and your learnings. And just because somebody says they love you does not mean that they're telling you what's good for you. Because in a blind town, a one-eyed man's king, hey Bridget Washington, if you don't know better, you cannot do better. And we save our work, and so we pass down bad habits from generation to generation out of love. I'm gonna say it again. Cornelius says, say it again. Out of love, we pass down bad habits from generation to generation. Frank Marshall says, wow, wow, wow. Somebody says the memo is worth $1 million. I think that was Kedrick. So, okay. The red pill or the blue pill. Have you guys seen the movie The Matrix? Folks think that's an action adventure movie. It is not. It's wisdom hiding in plain sight. The movie The Matrix is the story of Jesus Christ, in my opinion. Go watch it again. The question is, do you want to take the blue pill or the red pill? You see a different reality depending on which pill you take. I'm suggesting you take a different kind of a pill to get a different kind of a result. Don't be owned by the Matrix. Fourth item. I want you to become a triple threat. I want you to be persistent, positive, and powerful. Persistent. Never give up. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. Is that right, Sir James?
That's right.
That's it. Over it, around it, through it, we gonna get to it. Never give up. You see the focus in my eyes? Can't you read it? Can't you feel it? I pity the fool that stands between me and where I'm trying to get to. Focus. I take no for vitamins. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Condition your mind whatever happens. That's right, Nicole, never. Hope for the best. Stop expecting the world to work out for you. Stop expecting people to be nice to you. Most people are depressed. Most people are unhappy. How can they be happy for you when they're unhappy with themselves? How can they love you? They don't know how to love themselves. You hang around 9 broke people, what do I say? You'll be the 10th. Hello. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Condition your mind for whatever happens. I want you to be persistent, because Dr. King gave the I Have a Dream speech 100 times before the March on Washington. 100 times. That's why Mahalia Jackson knew what he was saying.
That's right.
That's why she said, Dr. King, Martin, tell him about the dream, Martin. She knew that speech. She'd heard it a dozen different times. She told him, Martin, leave the script and tell him about the dream.
That's
she
right.
knew that speech because he had given it over and over and over and over again. You cannot, only in the dictionary does the word success come before the word work, because it's alphabetical.
Right.
Nothing good comes easy, and I mean not a damn thing. Everything good in your life took time, energy, heartache, frustration, and probably broke your heart 3-4 times before it worked out. Over and around and through it, you're going to have to get to it. Be positive. Why? Because I guarantee you being negative won't work. Somebody said to me, Sir James, why should I try God? I said, because God cannot possibly screw up and mismanage your life worse than you have.
Well, come on now.
That badness has failed goodness. Yeah, I need to shave. I just got the plane from South Africa to London. I haven't shaved it. I don't like stubble. Badness has failed goodness. That success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. That the devil, Lucifer, is a punk-ass fallen angel, which means God gives even him permission to exist. That darkness is defined by light. that the universe is on your side because the universe is made of hope and love. And hope and love is omnipotent and will always rise. Hate does not define you. Hate's a choice. Love defines you. Be positive because there is no other choice. There's no rational choice. Is the glass half full or is it half empty? Depends who's looking at the glass. I tell you this, to rationalize is to tell rational lies. I tell you this, if you become negative, nothing's going to work for you. And you end up surrounding yourself with people who are going to basically be a toxic brew in your life, and you'll never amount to anything. And am I being mean to you? I don't think so. I'm being loving. This is blunt force love, not blunt force trauma. This is blunt force love. Okay, you give me some thumbs up there. So like you getting this. It's blunt force love. I love you enough to tell you the damn truth.
That's right.
I'm going to come at you straight and tell you the dang on truth. Blunt force love. Nobody's coming, as I put in the memo, nobody's coming to save you but you. That's why the Bible says to be poor is not to not have anything. To be poor is not to not do anything. And lazy hands make a man poor. You sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You will guarantee to be assed out. I guarantee you.
And left behind.
And left behind. You have to work for you have to grind. Get on your grind.
That's
you
right.
don't have the magic of compounded interest. That's fine here. You need the magic of compounded hustle.
That's right.
Hustle on top of hustle creates more hustle. Outrun your failure. And then that means be powerful. Be persistent and be positive. And you're persistent and positive, I guarantee you'll become powerful.
That's right.
Because capital comes from the Latin root word, put this in my book, The Memo, capitas, knowledge in the head. Capital has nothing to do with money. That wealth is an attitude. It's a perspective. Because whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're absolutely right.
That's right.
Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? You decide.
That's right.
My one-man church over here, Sir James Buchanan. But if I was messing up, if I was giving you some blah blah, he need to be quiet and be like, man, you need to turn this video off tonight. This ain't working for you. Last part of Becoming Dangerous on this series. And by the way, sign up to Delivering the Memo, the episodic series that I'm doing on Facebook. Make sure your friends follow this page at John Hope Bryant Live. Follow the page for the memo, the book, and get the book, the memo. Share this video with your family and friends. Let's create an open source university called Hope and Opportunity. Support Operation Hope. Donate to Operation Hope. I'm as the first partner, the first donation, the first support. 81 cents of every dollar at Operation Hope goes to help real people change their lives, not to cover some administrative costs. And all our financials are transparent, by the way. You can go on the internet and see everything about Operation Hope. So we run it like, you know, like you'd be proud. We're the top quartile of all nonprofits in the country. And then I'm a businessman and entrepreneur. So you may know that story. I've created 40 companies. So I'm telling you, I'm coming from a perspective of I've done it. I came from Complex, California, and South Central LA. I'm saying if I can do it, you can do it. My credit score is 500, right? Now my credit score is 740. So here's the last part. And this is Sir James. When people, I love seeing Sir James walk in a room. People just like, okay, what's up? When you walk in a room, make people tremble.
That's right.
Not because you got a gun in your pocket. Not because, lady, you have a dress, a skirt that's so high it's at your belly button.
That's a high-ass skirt.
That's a high skirt. Not because you flossing. Not because you screaming. Not because you're hollering. Not because you're throwing bricks. Not because you're threatening somebody. All that's some simple ass stuff.
That's right.
It's simple. Don't be simple and don't be predictable. Come on now. Don't be predictable. Don't be predictable. Walk in a room and make people tremble.
That's right.
Because you're smart. Because you're confident. When you got the power, you don't need to use it.
That's right. Come on now.
When you really got the power, you don't need, hey, Zena Knox, love you. when you really got, by the way, I'll be in New York, Zena, on Sunday. I'm doing the Reverend Al Sharpton's TV show on, I think it's CNBC, or MSNBC, something like that. Look at your local listing. I'm getting there. To do the show for Sunday morning. So tune in. Zena, I may want you to do a roundtable with some of your colleagues at JetBlue on the memo. So I'll talk to you about that. And join one of these civil rights clubs, everybody, on my page. Join one of your clubs and get busy in your neighborhood. Start a Senator Credit Score Community Club too. Okay, so what's my point? My point is I want you to become dangerous. I want you to walk in a room and have people tremble. When I walk into a room, that's right, be confident, Manisha says. When I walk into a room, I have a high school equivalency, GED degree. I have 1 year at City College. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of my experience. You know, Bill Gates dropped out of school, Steve Jobs dropped out of school, but I love education. That's why I got a library in my house. I love education. That's why I'm learning every day. I try to go to bed smarter than I was when I woke up. I try to be smarter today than I was yesterday. I hate dumb. I don't discriminate except dumb and stupid people and ignorant people. I'm working on it. Okay, but I want you to become lethal in your intelligence. I'm a lifetime learner. Honorary doctorate degrees, gone to Harvard for special programming, all that kind of stuff. Been to 100 countries. I'm a lifetime learner. I'm Quincy Jones. How'd you get so smart? I'm just nosy as hell, he says. I'm just nosy about everything. I want to know everything about everything. When I walk into a room, there could be a room full of MBAs. I'll run circles around all of them, and they know it because they're not running companies. They're not growing something from zero. They're not putting it all on risk. Every 2 weeks I make a payroll. Been doing that for 25, almost 30 years. Never missed a payroll. So I know that I'm coming at this stuff straight. I'm coming at this right. I know what I'm telling you is right because I've lived it. I was homeless for 6 months of my life. What are you going to tell me after I've been homeless? Will you tell me no? I had no when I walked in the door. No. You can't hurt me. The only person that can hurt me is me. Step over mess, not in it. Don't scream, don't holler, don't accuse, don't threaten. Get even by living well, by being smart. I want you to walk in a room and I want brilliant, powerful people to tremble because you're smart. And a rubber band expanded never returns to its original size. All right, Sir James, give him some love as we sign out of this deal.
Man, I think you don't gave everything. Look, family, the only thing I can tell you, in order to do better, you must know better. If you got to go through something to get to something. If there were no humps in life, there'd be nothing to get over. I'm out.
And if you're not over a hump in life, I guarantee you're gonna meet a chump in life.
There you go.
I'm out. John O'Brien, unbought, unbossed, and unbiased. Coming to you straight and no chaser from Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Civil Rights Movement. Go get the memo. Go get the memo. Go get the memo. Let's make it a global bestseller. Let's go get the memo. I'm out.